What's going on, guys? A few weeks ago I left Canada and I've come here now to Costa Rica. This is actually my 4th time here, but this time I'm hoping I can stay here for the long term, so there's going to be a lot of videos in the near future. This video is actually going to be a perfect way for me to introduce this beautiful country to you guys. Not today, but actually tomorrow will be the Independence Day here in Costa Rica. So tonight and tomorrow there's going to be some different events going on that I'm going to go check out and learn a little bit more about this country and the history and some of the cultural things that I haven't experienced yet. Currently I'm staying in a small beach town on the Pacific Ocean called Vita, but in a few minutes I'm going to be heading into a different area here called Perez Zeledon. That's where all the events are going to be held today. I actually don't have all the information of what's going to be happening, so it should be pretty exciting and a learning experience for me. So let's go see how Costa Rica celebrates its Independence Day. Alright, so we've made it to Perez, and I think now is a good time for me to introduce to you the guide for today.
Hi.
This is my girlfriend Stacy. We actually met here about 5 or 6 months ago in Vita. Today she's taken me here to her family's home here in Perez, or San Isidro. I'm not too sure exactly what to call it.
San Isidro del General.
She's gonna be the one giving me all the information today because I don't really know exactly what's going on. I guess this is a traditional dress that you guys wear.
Yes. So I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. That's Independence Day. Today we start the celebrations. Today is a desfile de faroles, which is like a parade full of lights, handmade, and how you call like those type
lanterns?
of like lanterns, yeah. It's gonna be very interesting and very beautiful. So this is the top part of the outfit, like this. Some makeup and probably some flowers in my hair.
Que bonita. One thing that I did learn from another person that I met here is that actually I guess most of Central America all got their independence at the same time. So today on the 14th and also yesterday I believe on the 13th, what they do is they actually kind of have like a torch almost like the Olympics, and they kind of bring it all the way through Central America, like almost like a marathon I guess. And today I believe they arrived here in Costa Rica in Cartago. They're not going to be coming to Perez, but nonetheless there's going to be some pretty cool celebrations here. Also, I can't forget to introduce Lucas. Lucas! Venga. Hey, buddy. Lucas is Stacy's dog, and he's a very, very, very good boy. Okay, night one of the activities.
Vamos.
Alright, we arrived in the center of San Isidro. We're a little bit late. We might have missed the performances, at least the beginning of them, so let's go see what's left for us.
Yo me las comí pensando que eran chuletas. Bailecito, bailecito.
Good morning, buenos dias. We're up very early for 2 reasons today. The first reason being that we are rescuing 5 puppies right now. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that one, but stay tuned. We've got a video coming about that one very soon. Today we are going out again for some more activities. Last night we kind of dropped the ball a little bit. We went out a little bit late and missed a lot of the activities, so we only caught the tail end of it. This morning we're going to go for Stacy's niece is having some kind of a performance this morning.
She's gonna do the traditional like folklore music dance.
So that should be pretty cool. And then I think after that is actually going to be the big event, and
It's a big parade. There are like bands, dancers. I think it's gonna be fun.
you look very cute right now, but let's go get changed and get ready.
Let's go.
We're just getting ready to have breakfast here on the roof of Stacy's mom's home. And check out this view, guys. So beautiful here. The perfect place to have some coffee. I think pancakes are on their way, which is very exciting.
Arepas. Similar to pancakes, but we call it arepas.
Arepas. Con maple, ¿cómo se dice? Syrup?
Sirope.
Sirope de Canada. And it's a little bit difficult to see in the distance there, but that is Cerro Chiripo, which is the tallest point in Costa Rica, which I'm hoping to hike at some point while I'm here.
Sono yo como un chancho.
Okay, we've got our traditional wear on. Stacy's looking very beautiful. I have a blue pañuelo and a red shirt on and a hat with the Costa Rican flag or bandera.
We're ready.
Alright, so we're all done with the kids portion of that. That's actually the same school that you went to as a kid, isn't it?
Yes, like for 4 years, and then I moved to another one in the center.
On to the next one. You gonna teach me some of the dances?
Are you willing to learn?
I'm willing to learn, but I don't know how good I'll be. Looks like some of the procession might have already started. We're just arriving now. Can hear some drums. Let's go see what's going on. One thing I've learned is that Costa Rica, they call themselves La Suiza de Centroamericana, or the Switzerland of Central America. All the women are wearing dresses like yours. What do you call the dress?
Traje típico.
Typical dress, I guess, or traditional? Very cool.
We call this type of dancers bastoneras because they use the stick, which is called baston. So they're like...
What does cimarrona mean?
It's just like that type of masks and like the dances. They go like this.
So these little baskets here that the kids are carrying are called canasto, and they're baskets used for collecting coffee beans. I guess they attach them to their hips and collect through the fields. And I guess it's a very traditional type of basket that they use here. Having a traditional michelada as well. Rico.
We need that. It's very hot.
It's very hot and humid here today. if you'll be able to hear me, but this festival has been going on for like 4 hours, so we have gotten very hungry, and we've come for very traditional Costa Rican casados, probably the most famous dish here in Costa Rica. All right, we just made it back from the parade. It lasted about 4.5 to 5 hours, which was pretty crazy. I don't think I've ever actually been to a parade for that long. As far as I know, when we do Canada Day celebrations, they don't go for that long, but it's been a long time since I've been to one of those. It's currently rain season here in Costa Rica, so it started to rain towards the end of the celebration, which I guess is quite normal here. Stacey was telling me that every year they kind of predict that it's going to rain towards the end of the parade. So we've escaped the rain. I know there's some other activities going on in the city right now. We're gonna wait and see how it goes with the rain. Maybe we'll go back. There's supposed to be some parties later. I guess some performances with some local artists, but we're not so sure if we're gonna go check those out just yet. And just one thing I wanted to mention is talking about the culture here in Costa Rica. You know, as I mentioned, this is my 4th time here in the country. For the longest time, I've always heard people say like Costa Rica doesn't have any culture anymore and that everything's catered to tourists. And I believe that that's partially true for a lot of cases. I think compared to a lot of other countries, Costa Rican culture is a little bit more hidden. It 100% exists here. You just have to go looking for it. And, you know, I feel very lucky and grateful to Stacey and to her family for teaching me a lot about the local culture. And over the next little while, I'm going to be making a lot of videos, hopefully focused more on the culture here, as well as the beautiful nature. As you can see, I mean, this is an incredible place, but, you know, I want to showcase more of the culture here because Costa Rica is also very rich in history and very rich in culture itself. So if you're coming to Costa Rica, don't be afraid to get to know the locals here and ask some questions, learn some more. So I don't think we're going to be going out tonight because it's still raining, but Stacey's mom is getting me to try this drink here called chan, which is, I guess, like a typical drink here. I don't exactly know what chan is. What is chan?
Chan is a seed. We put it in liquid. The seed actually like grows because it hydrates. Yeah, it's like refreshing and like people use it to feel more like if that makes sense, but it fills your stomach. It makes you feel like more filled because the seed absorbs liquid, and when you drink it, it's like good for your stomach.
It smells like cream soda, which I'm not a huge fan of. This is all natural, so I think I'll like it, but let's give it a try. It tastes like bubblegum.
Yeah, but like bubblegum?
A little bit like bubblegum, yeah, like really old school bubblegum. It's very refreshing.
And the seeds?
The seeds are nice. I don't know what to compare it to, but they're nice. It's very good. I like this. If you're planning on spending any amount of time around Latinas, you better expect to eat rice, beans, and plantains all the time. There's no beans, but we got the rice and plantains. I'm not complaining, that's for sure. It's the next morning now. I believe technically all the festivities for the Independence Day are over now, but today we're thinking about going to check out a waterfall nearby and maybe explore some more areas here of Perez Zeledon. I think we're just waiting for the weather to calm down a little bit and then we're gonna head out on another adventure today. And of course for breakfast we have rice and beans and plantain. Natilla, which is actually my new favorite. It's like a sour cream type thing. It kind of tastes a little bit like cheese. It's delicious. They use it for a lot of things here in Costa Rica. And aguacate or avocado. Que rico. It's like deja vu.
Every day, all over again.
So we've gone far off the beaten path, or at least what seems like far off the beaten path for me. I don't even know what this is. It's like an internet cafe of some sort here. And it's got this incredible view here. Right behind me in the very far distance is a place called Corcovado. It's a national park. Lots of like wildlife there. I haven't been there yet, but hopefully in the near future we can check that out. We also saw a beautiful view of Manuel Antonio, which is another very famous national park, probably one of the most famous ones here in Costa Rica, which I've actually been to twice before. And again, there's lots of animals there. It's very touristic. There's resorts, there's beaches. It's a really, really cool place as well.
So I sent Kyle to the back of the car, and this is what happens when you send a Canadian on the back of your truck, you know?
Because you drive crazy.
That's not true.
It's all part of the adventure, right? Pura vida. I feel like I'm in Jurassic Park right now. So I guess this is still not the final destination for today, but this waterfall here is called Las Lajas, which I guess is like a rock of some sort. Jazey's mom was trying to describe it to me, but this place is incredible. As I mentioned earlier, it's rain season right now, but this year in Costa Rica, I guess they haven't had as much rain as normal. They're saying that this waterfall is usually actually bigger than this, so I can only imagine what it would look like in a normal rain season, but this is incredible. So, so beautiful. Well, Stacy's run off like the jungle girl she is, so I'm gonna go chase after her and climb up close to the top right there. I think maybe there's a swimming hole there. Let's find out. This is why it's always worth to go that extra mile. Look at this place. Woo!
Vamos al agua.
Ooh, que frío! Very cold. When in Costa Rica, do as the ticos do and don't ask questions. Even if you look a little crazy.
It's good for your skin. Minerals. It does a little bit of microdermabrasion. I don't know the word in English.
The natural exfoliant.
Natural exfoliant. There you go. Smells so good. This plant is a family of the ginger. It actually grows like the same as ginger. You see?
Wow.
Ginger is usually like the roots of the plants. So this is a family of them. Not ginger, but like a cousin.
Told you guys she was a jungle girl. There might be some miscommunication about the name of this actual waterfall. I was just told maybe it's not Lajas. I guess maybe the name is actually called Morete. So if you're looking for this place on Google Maps, you can try and search both. I'll put both names down. So I guess that's the waterfall for today. We just, well, I don't know if we just found out, but
there is no way to get like closer like this one that we can go just underneath pretty much. So we're just are gonna continue the road and go back to Perez.
Yeah, we saw Diamante, Catarata Diamante from far away from the drive up here. I guess it's what'd you say, 100 meters tall? Looks like a very beautiful waterfall. I don't know if there's a way specifically to get to it, like maybe by hiking, but maybe in the future we'll go.
My mom and I, we went to a hike. You hike the mountain and you get to where the fall starts, but you have to hike the mountain. It's very cool actually. You can sleep in a cave. The cave is behind the waterfall, so it's like so cool.
Well, in the future I'm gonna need that cave adventure because that sounds pretty cool.
We will. It's awesome.
Well, One last piece of information, Stacy has taken us on this super old truck. I think it's like a 1998 something, I don't even know. It like the key falls out of the ignition all the time, so it still runs somehow. I don't know how that works, but the point I'm trying to get to is you might need a 4x4 to get to this waterfall.
In that area thing with a standard car, you can do it, but you have to go back to Tinamastes. But to come like this way and then back to Perez through Las Esperanzas, then yeah, you need a 4x4, yeah.
Well, the road we're on now, it recommended 4x4.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see if we make it. Maybe this video will be even longer. From here you can actually see the national park in Uvita, which is Marino Ballena, the whale tail as we call it in English. You can see the shape a little bit of the whale tail right now. I guess the tide is coming in, so it's probably going to disappear. It's a very beautiful place. We're going to go check that out in the future as well.
I'm hungry, tengo hambre, hambre. ¿Frutas? ¿Quieres?
¿Qué es eso?
Guayaba,
Guayaba.
muy rica. We also do like jalea, like jam, jalea de guayaba. Muy buena.
Very sweet, but very seedy.
Yeah, you don't usually eat the seeds.
One thing I love about Costa Rica is you can just kind of stop on the side of the road and trust the fruits on every tree. In Canada, you can't do that. We have berries that are very poisonous, and I have trust issues when it comes to these types of things, but Stacy's breaking that barrier for me. So now I eat everything on every tree.
Por ser tan linda Costa Rica, la